I have to, since I've got a longevity expert here, I've got to go into some of the long-term, I don't want to call them side effects because they're just part of the process of aging. And let's start with skin health. So, the loss of, hopefully people know, the loss of estrogen creates a loss of collagen, and then all of a sudden of the wrinkles show up. So I know in your clinic in Utah, are you still in your clinic in Utah?
Yep.
Yeah. So you do a lot of anti-aging tricks and techniques. My question on skin is really twofold. Is there anything we can do to prevent the wrinkles and as estrogen and collagen go down? And then once we've hit this spot where all of a sudden the wrinkles and everything are showing up, what do we have that's safe and effective to be able to change the aging face?
I mean, unfortunately, we can't prevent it yet. I wish we could. And you can't totally reverse it. But I do think that, starting hormones early can be helpful for sure. Like you said, like a lot of people, when they lose estrogen, a lot of women, like in those couple of years after, they notice a huge increase in loss of elasticity, loss of hydration, structure of the skin is just like, so if you never lose that estrogen and you just kind of maintain it, then that is super helpful. There are some things that we can do, like you can apply a low dose topical estrogen to the skin, separate from what you're doing for the rest of your body. Whether you're taking estrogen, you could do that because it doesn't get absorbed. It doesn't get absorbed systemically. So that's something that's pretty much safe for most people. There are some kind of cool, like other, peptides for skin, like GHK copper is great for skin. That's been around for forever, but it's in some of the creams now. There's some interesting studies looking at rapamycin for skin, which is a longevity drug. Well, it's being touted as a longevity drug and being repurposed potentially for that purpose. So there's some interesting topical formulations out there. And then I also am a big fan of doing like lasers and there's just, I do stem cell procedures.
And don't you do didn't you do vampire facials and things like that?
I do kind of a modified vampire. It's basically injections and microneedling, but instead of using platelet-rich plasma, which comes from your blood, we use like placental stem cells or exosomes, these sort of growth factors that are coming from stem cells. And so they're a more potent form, but you're still going to get a very natural effect. You're not going to get, it's not anything that you're putting in your face that makes you look crazy, and it's not stopping your muscles from moving, but it's helping your skin to continue to make collagen and elastin. So we do that in my Park City clinic also.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think that would be a smarter thing to do and go in with. It does bring up the conversation of Botox and fillers and all of that. And I've heard both sides of the equation. I'm personally against any toxin you put in your body. I'm just not going to do it. I'm also personally against freezing my face because then there's no you lose that emotional connection to other humans. But I mean, that's a personal ethos. Where do you stand clinically on looking at some of these? Is there a safe way to use them? What do we know about some of those?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of the opposite.
That's cool. That's fine.
Yeah, and I think that I respect everyone's ability to choose what they want to do and how they want to. I don't think anyone should be pressured into any of this stuff. But I do think that Botox and other toxins like that can be beneficial. I do think you have to use them lightly. Like you don't want to go crazy because you can stop the muscles from being able to move, and that, you're right, it's not great. You look crazy and you're not moving your forehead at all.
Yeah.
I think that fillers like hyaluronic acid fillers and things like that can be used safely as well. But that's something especially that if you're going to do that, you want to have a doctor who is very well versed in that, because those can actually cause some pretty serious side effects if you do them wrong. Botox, not usually. You may have like a drop brow for like a few months, which looks bad, but it's not going to hurt you like that. But fillers, if you do them incorrectly, you can cause blindness. It can cause your skin to necrose and fall off. Like there's some serious stuff that can happen. So just be careful when you choose providers.
So if a woman came to you who is postmenopausal and she's like, okay, I'm tired of the wrinkles, is there a door in? Like, don't give me the big stuff first. I just need sort of a small dose of, let me slow this down. Is there a door in procedure that you like?
Yeah, I mean, like microneedling is a great like door in procedure. It's a little device that has 10 or so little needles. They just go up and down really quickly, and they don't go more than about 2 millimeters deep. So they create these little channels, and then you can apply whatever you apply to your skin afterwards. It gets sucked into those channels and it works better. So you can apply hyaluronic acid or vitamin C, but also, stem cells or regenerative therapies. So that's something super easy. You're never going to look insane for more than a day or two afterwards. And I like to do that a couple of times a year for myself and for patients. And then the other thing I'm really a big fan of is taking nutrients, ingredients that can be helpful for skin, taking them orally. So, I have a supplement company called Hop, and we have a formulation that's 19 ingredients, and several of those are specifically for skin health. So like astaxanthin is great for skin, and dihydroberberine keeps your blood sugar down, which is going to improve your skin health and your collagen over time. And spermidine is really good for skin. So there's several things that we can take, even oral hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid is traditionally given as a gel or serum, but it doesn't get absorbed very well. And so it's actually better to take it as a pill, and it ends up going to your skin eventually, and you can make hyaluronic acid, which is what gives your skin that dewy, plump, like I just got out of the shower kind of look. So I think, and aside from healthy diet and all the things that you want to do with that, adding in some key ingredients can be helpful as well.
Yeah, I love that.